Hello, I'm Jenny Sanchez. Welcome to Sullivan 180 Presents Take 5. Our guest today is Angela Dutcher from Literacy Volunteers of Sullivan County. Angela, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us on. Thanks.
Of course. Can you please introduce yourself, your title, and tell us a little bit about your organization?
Sure. My name is Angela Dutcher. I'm the Executive Director of Literacy Volunteers of Sullivan County. We teach adults how to read. We have services which include English as a second language, basic literacy, high school equivalency preparation, and citizenship prep. And we also run our not-for-profit used bookstore here in Monticello called the Read It Again Bookstore. And we have another small bookstore in White Lake called Past Perfect. And those are our fundraisers for the programs.
How has your programming and your services changed due to COVID-19?
Well, we were closed completely. The literacy program and the bookstore were closed until the middle of July. And we're slowly getting some of our students back. We'll talk about the programs first. Slowly, we ended when we were forced to close. We had 95 active students between all of our programs: citizenship, literacy, ESL, and we currently have maybe 20 active. A lot of them just dropped off the radar, didn't come back, not ready yet. But we do have a handful of one-on-one tutoring that is going on in our building here in 63 North Street. And we also do have some of our tutors are doing online or on the phone with their students, which is pretty cool. But one way that was really impacted is with the libraries. A lot of our tutors would meet their students in the local libraries all over Sullivan County. And of course, now we can't do that because with the half-hour time limits most libraries allow for people to be in, there's not enough time for tutoring. And it's just, so it's like we've lost that part of our program. If people can't be serviced here in Monticello at the Literacy Center, they're maybe talking on the phone with their tutors, but they're really not getting the services that we used to have.
And what can Sullivan County residents do to help your programs in your organization?
Well, the number one way to help the programs is to shop at our bookstores because we've lost a lot of funding. That's another thing, we have funding issues. We have grants from Sullivan County legislatures. We have grant from New York State Department of Education, are our two main funders. We lost the Sullivan County Legislative Grant indefinitely at this point for the last year and this year. And our New York State funding is at less than half of what it was. So the bookstore sales are vital to keep us going. You know, we take donations of books in the bookstore, and those are always welcome and really important. But shopping here is the secret. You know, so that we can keep our students, because like I said, we still have the programs going. We're still working with our students. We had two students. We actually had one student, the TASK program, which is the high school equivalency, has started up again. One of our students passed her high school equivalency exam 3 weeks ago. And we have two more students taking it this week. So we're still going. We had a student received their citizenship last week. So
wow, that's great.
Yeah, so the students are still, the services are still here. Our tutors are still tutoring the main programs at the Literacy Center. And we just, need people to shop at the bookstores to keep all of that going.
Aside from people shopping, is there another way that residents can stay in touch with literacy volunteers?
Yes, we have our Facebook page, which if you just, went on Facebook and look for Literacy Volunteers of Sullivan County, you'll find us. We're very active on the Facebook page. I try to post daily. And it also links you to our website, which gives you more information on what we do. And It's not as interactive as the Facebook page, but it gives you all the information that you need. And the other thing that we need is always tutors. All of our tutoring is done online on an online platform, so there's no interaction, the face to face, and you can become a tutor in as little as 12 to 14 hours of training online. And we also could use bookstore volunteers to help us keep the places pretty as possible. So
Okay, great. So the best way is to look up your organization on
yes,
Facebook and then link to the website and see
exactly.
your updates on Facebook.
Yep, the website tells you everything that we have and what we offer and how you can help. There's a whole page on the website on how you can help literacy volunteers.
And is there anything else you'd like to share?
I'd like to thank everybody because we have, our community is so wonderful, reaching out to each other and helping each other. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, we had a major leak in our roof. And I had put out on Facebook, we've got this unexpected problem, and people stepped up and really helped. So it's like I want to thank the community because they're always right there trying to help each other and help us. And we just want to, we give back as much as we can. The bookstore, just so for people that don't know, it's a used bookstore, and our prices, hardcover books are $1.50. Even the newer ones, we don't do a scale. Paperbacks are 75 cents and children's books are 50 cents because we want books in the hands of everybody.
So Angela, thank you so much for being here and for sharing all about your great programs with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.